Yeah, this is fascinating stuff. Please introduce yourself to the folks at home.
Yes, I'm Elizabeth Kaler Pentecoff.
Okay, so you've had an interesting connection with this Kennedy family member. Please share with them.
I have. My aunt, a Catholic nun, was assigned her care and in a home in Jefferson, Wisconsin, which is a very small rural area. And Rosemary was there from 1949 until her death in 2005. And my aunt came along and started caring for her in 1960 throughout her life.
Throughout her life. And then on Sundays, you would go visit her.
I'd visit her when I was 4. I met her when I was 4, and all through my childhood and teen years, I was a regular with Rosie and my aunt.
That is fascinating. Now, people at home might say, well, the Kennedys, I thought I knew all the Kennedys. Rosemary, her history was really swept underneath the rug.
It truly was, because of the time period with mental illness and how disabilities were treated. People were kind of ashamed. There was a big stigma with it. And also, partially because Rosemary was a famous Kennedy, and because she was ill and had this horrible procedure called a lobotomy, something could have happened to her being a part of that rich and famous family.
That is amazing. Like the difference between how we treat mental illness here, we're not quite to where we should be, but to what they did then, which was just move her out,
right.
Is fascinating. So that you go through that whole history in there, huh?
Yes, and she had a pretty normal childhood. Actually, she was probably dyslexic, doctors believe now, and that, of course, in the day was pretty horrible for the Kennedys, because everybody in that family was so academic and athletic, and Rosie was rather shy and quiet and couldn't read as well as everybody else and had horrible spelling problems.
Of course.
And then in her teen years, she was exhibited signs of mental illness, and she had horrible temper tantrums and lashed out at herself and her family, so something had to be done.
Dyslexia, I mean, oh my goodness, and that's what put them on the path to put her, oh my goodness. I cannot wait to read this. I know you've done a lot of research on this and stuff. Where can people get it?
You can get it at any online resource that you normally would, any bookstore. If a bookstore doesn't have it, you can order it, or you can visit my website, missingkennedy.com.
Yeah, a little piece of history that people, I don't think many people understand. Thank you very much. Very nice to meet you, and I'm so glad that you put this in paper, because what a fascinating idea. Let's get it over to Melissa right now. Thanks.